Ever been in an earthquake? I have, just two baby ones. One, I thought a truck hit something. This is just this boom and a shake. And the other was more of a swaying. Thought the kid, I was on a medical mission in Guatemala, and I thought the kid behind me was doing this to my chair rail. We were sitting in a meeting. So anyway, so let's talk about earthquakes and last battle hints. So good morning, this is Aunt Beth. Welcome to my lamppost. So we're in Psalm 46 today, and I think this is really interesting because a lot of you know I've also been going through Revelation, the revelation of Jesus Christ, the last book in the Bible. And as the Lord speaks to me, I'll share what I'm learning. Oh, and I have some really cool stuff, but anyway, that's another matter. So, but I kept thinking of this as last battle hints. And here's why. Here's my reasoning. And when you click on the word more, I'll put the text of the psalm there so you can see it. But there's future tense in a couple verses. Verse 4, there is a river whose streams shall make glad the city of God, which is Jerusalem. And then verse 5, the end, God shall help her just at the break of dawn. You know, timing's everything. But and then last verse, I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. But the first part of this is talking about a massive earthquake. Therefore, we will not fear, though the earth be removed, the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, its waters roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with its swelling, like a tsunami, you know. And I kept thinking about Revelation. There's two earthquakes of significance that are mentioned. One is so significant that half of Jerusalem, it goes east-west, half of Jerusalem goes north, half of it goes south. And you know there's a spring that they used for their water and also for the water in the temple. And it's still active today. I just kept wondering if this earthquake is going to split the city and release that water, and that's the river that shall make glad the city of God. Was it Ezekiel that talks about the river that goes down to the Dead Sea and brings life? And the further out it goes from Jerusalem, the wider and the deeper it gets. I just wonder if these are future hints of that, the last battle. What's going to happen? But God gives a key here for surviving. Be still and know that I am God. You know, not my savings account, not the government's going to come to rescue me, not my family, not my friends, but who's my refuge? Anywho, a few musings on Psalm 46. So, when the city is surrounded and it looks like all is lost, me personally, I'm expecting an earthquake because Revelation talks about that. There's two, but bowl number 7, which is in Revelation 16:17. That's the one that mentions everything goes into the sea. And I think though the mountains shake with its swelling, I don't know if that's swelling of the earth or tsunami, but I would expect, me personally, that help for Jerusalem will come at dawn. You know that saying, it's always darkest before the dawn. I would expect when the earthquake moves and separates the city in half, that'll release the water that flows from under the throne out to the Dead Sea and regenerates the Dead Sea that's talked about in the Old Testament. Exciting times. So, we still got a little bit. The temple hasn't been rebuilt yet. Boy, I'd be watching that. So, anyway, click on the word more to see the whole text of the psalm. I hope this encourages you. You know, we can practice earthquake proofing our life now. So, talk to you soon. Have a fabulous day. All God's best.